Alrighty, welcome back. Game 2, day 2 of the Bayou Border Battle 4. We're on game number 7 of today. And it's going to be a good one, Ryan. We got Ryan Tippett on the call with myself, Jeremy Caldwell. We got Beaumont United facing off against Washington-Marion Indians out of Lake Charles, Louisiana. It's going to be a great clash. It's going to be an athletic, up-tempo ball game here, Ryan. Stop saying Louisiana holds a 10-3 lead right now. And the game is 3 now. It's 11 yeah, you can see the gym full, both sides. A lot of people coming to watch this game. Jeremy for the Washington-Marion Indians tonight. They start off about 6'8", 6'5", 6'4", 6'3", about 5'11". Yeah. They are one huge high school basketball team. They definitely have some height. Now, Beaumont United comes in. I wouldn't exactly call them small as well. They come in with a lot of height, a lot of athleticism. Should be a great showdown tonight. Yeah, I'm ready to play. And here comes the tip. Controlled by Washington-Marion, and a quick score. We missed it on the camera. We have the Wolves versus the Indians here. Looks like the Wolves are going to be giving some full court zone pressure. Quick offensive rebound and put back to make the game 4-0. And a quick timeout called by Beaumont United. With 40 seconds into the game here. Timeout call, Beaumont United. They're down 4-0 to start the game. Washington-Marion is a heavy presence in this gym right now in the stands. So if you're Beaumont United, you got to try to see if you can stay even with this, keep the crowd out of it. But I don't know if you're going to be able to do that. Looks like Washington-Marion's coming out after this timeout with some full court pressure. They got their 6'5" guard at the top, creating length issues. Got him a 1-3-1 here. Good ball movement. Good strong rebound by Pop, but he's got to be able to hold on to it in traffic there. LSU holds off Oklahoma holds off LSU for a 17-13 victory. Oh, turnover there. Off his feet, bad turnover there. Good body control and a score right there to make it 4-2. Good finish at the rim. Back in that 1-3-1 in the full court. Ball's advanced. Good three. No good. Rebound. Unable to get those rebounds down there in the paint. He's getting his hands on it. Just too much traffic around.
Ball quickly to the middle. Quick corner three. A little short there. Going down to the other end.
You can hear a lot of coaching from the stands in this game.
Yep, as you can hear, there's a lot of noise being made from the stands on both sides. A very passionate, emotional group of fans.
Both teams got deep benches. Good drive. Smallest man on the floor there gets into the middle of the paint. Going to the free throw line.
Quick first step by number 2.
Yeah, quick first step, quick dribbling. Alexandria down here looks like they're thought they were going to maybe stay and watch a little bit of this game, but looks like they're going to be exiting the gym, or at least exiting the back wall there. This is the first free throw. Score 6-2, 5:54 to go here. Early in this first quarter. Kind of being what we anticipated. Physical, fast-paced, trapping. Got a timeout, Washington-Marion. So, first timeout. Both teams are calling a timeout already here early.
Yep, 2 timeouts for the first minute, 15 seconds of this game.
5:45 to go in the first quarter.
2 minutes and 15 seconds, I should say.
Yeah, so we've had 2 timeouts, a couple breakaways.
I think the key for both teams is you can't get caught up holding the ball. You have to attack the pressure.
Washington-Marion ball shot out of bounds.
Ball's into the big man. You can see over the top of this zone defense.
Almost threw the ball away there.
Good pass to the inside, but mishandled.
Ended up throwing it away there.
Washington changing the look up in the full court. Looks like they're playing a full court man-to-man.
Yeah, a little change out of that timeout there. Good screen and roll. We haven't seen that too much in this tournament yet. Late release there. Almost got it blocked. You got to get the shot off a little quicker than that.
Speaking of quick shot, that was a quick 3 off the break. Tap in the corner. Able to get free. Quick 3. It's up and no good. And the putback.
Beaumont United's got a big crowd behind their big here. No foul call there. They let them play a little bit here.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there. A deep pull up for 3 and an air ball. Possession goes back to Beaumont United.
Off the ball on the spin there.
Good push. Nothing going there for the Indians. Ball back to Beaumont United.
A lot of adrenaline here in this first quarter by both teams. You can feel it. A lot of energy in the building right now.
High pick and roll. The attack.
Nice shot off the glass there to tie it up. Going to go to the free throw line. See if they can take the lead. Knocks down a free throw. Beaumont United with the lead.
Good cap off of the 3-point play. Ball into the front court. Dribbles into a trap.
Good one-legged fadeaway there.
Tough ball away for the lead.
Little Dirk Nowitzki shot there. 8-7. Marion got the lead back.
Not a physicality on that paint.
8-3 from the corner. Gonna be a foul on the floor.
Good move getting to the rim, but the foul was called on the floor beforehand. With 3:16 left in the first quarter, Beaumont United holds a 10-8 lead. And a quick substitution. Washington-Marion going down to a big. A little out of control on that spin move and a turnover.
Oh, he is so quick with the ball. Then he'll get him on the charge.
Good break. Try to score at 10-10. Ball's pushed brutally back into the front court. Offense sets up. Got an extended man-to-man defense. Beaumont United showing a little patience on offense. And a score from the top of the key all the way to the rack.
I miss that lean back. I can't hear you when you talk. So we don't talk over each other. That's going to be a foul. Or a jump ball.
Ball stays on this end.
12-12 ball game.
Several substitutions coming in for Beaumont United. And Washington-Marion as well.
Oh, good move right there.
Tough defensive
And let them
rebound.
play in the paint.
Good look on the other end of the finish. Good court vision by the point guard. Washington-Marion extended man-to-man. Not a whole lot of help.
Corner three again. Hesitated. Got the block. Quick release.
A 2-on-1 break. A big finish right there. 16-12 Washington-Marion over Beaumont United with a minute and 14 seconds left here in the first quarter.
This is the atmosphere here that Coach Coleman wants when he schedules this type of tournament here in this gym.
Most definitely. Both fans are passionate about what's going on.
Both teams have traveled well tonight. Back to gym.
We just got a push in the back on Beaumont United. Turns the ball back over to Washington-Marion with a minute and 5 seconds left here in the first quarter. We're maintaining a 16-12 lead.
If you're Beaumont United here, you want to get a defensive stop. See if you can hold it to 4 or less. Think you can foot hit out of bounds.
Fortunate for Washington-Marion there on that play. There was a clean steal.
Yeah.
His foot touched out of bounds. Washington-Marion able to maintain possession here.
Almost got to get when go off the glass.
Washington-Marion's big man, number 1, is going to be out of line, shooting a pair.
We even got the stands up here with us half full, Ryan. It's a good atmosphere tonight.
Yeah, this is the game everybody wanted to see.
And we still got one more game after this. That game's going to be against East Chambers and Santa Mont. I don't think that's going to be a bad game to watch either. 43 seconds left.
Hard to think about that one when we're in the midst of this building here. But it's a 5-point lead, Washington-Marion, with 35 seconds left to play. Good block on the inside, and Washington-Marion's going to push.
Good defense there to get back. Now they need to get a shot off here. If they can get a score here, put some momentum going into the second quarter, it'd be huge for Beaumont United.
Clock's down to 12 seconds.
No motion offensively.
Ball goes down the block. Big move. Nothing going there. Out of bounds with 1.5 seconds remaining.
Washington basketball. Good footwork by the big man, just unable to get it to go.
All that size in there.
Yeah.
Wreaks a lot of havoc.
Yeah, there's not just one big man you got to shoot against. There's 2 big ones down there with the size and the height.
Now Washington has a little more in the second and a half to get a shot off, and they're just going to hold it. And that's the end of the first quarter. With your score of 17-12, Washington-Marion holds the lead.
All right, after watching that first quarter, what you telling your boys right now if you're Beaumont United?
Well, if you're Beaumont United, you got to realize you're playing in the land of the Giants down there in the paint. You've got to take it up strong. You've got to have good angles. If it's not there, you got to be willing to play the inside-outside game.
Yeah, if you do get penetration into the paint, they're collapsing the paint. You got to be able to kick it till you find the open shooters, and those shooters have got to be able to catch and shoot from the outside. If you got a hesitant guy on the outside, it's going to throw your whole offense off.
Got to be ready to shoot. Got to be ready to play.
Yeah.
Now, to watch the Marion, you can't succumb to the pressure that Beaumont United is going to relentlessly bring. Usually when a team brings pressure like this all game long, there's certain laws in the game where you have turnovers and you make those mental errors. Washington is going to have to stay sharp.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think either team's going to stop pressing this game. It's going to be intense the whole game, so.
And you never know in a game like this if they come down to foul trouble, in the waning moments of the game. So we'll see.
Yeah, basketball's a game of runs, so both teams probably going to go on a couple different runs throughout the game. It's going to be which one can withstand the most. So Washington-Marion going to get the ball coming out the break.
Beaumont United's picking up, extended man-to-man defense. Good help right there by number 3.
Good job to call his teammate to come back and help him out there. Good dribble. Big driving kick. Got to knock that 3 down. Makes it a 2-point game. We talked about that during the break. Penetration and finding an open guy.
Jeremy, I'm really not sure about that matchup. Washington-Marion number 12 versus Beaumont United number 3. There's such a quickness advantage there that he's able to break down on the defense and maybe create for himself or a teammate. Although number 12 does come back with a big 3 out of the corner.
Yeah, he answered back with his own 3.
Foot out of bounds, going to be going the other way.
Yeah, he had him sealed off, but he waited too long to start that pass. He was unsure if he was going to be able to get it through the defense.
Taking pressure right now. Not a whole lot of pressure. It seems like man-to-man. Washington able to bring it up at a good pace. Oh, right idea, just not in the right placement.
Hey, good calls there. You always teach your teammates. You got to run with them because layup's not guaranteed all the time on a fast break when you got an athletic team.
Again, another good look inside. Its placement wasn't good. And back and forth comes Beaumont United. They get the ball ahead for Washington-Marion with a 5-point lead. Transition 3 brings it to within 2 points with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the half. Good box out by 0 for the Wolves there. Able to get the possession of the ball back, down 2.
Two-point game. Beaumont United has a chance to tie the game here or take the lead with a 3.
High pick and roll from the lane.
There's the 3 ball. Big man just not able to gather the rebound down low.
No, good team effort rebounding by Washington-Marion. Otherwise, that could have been a foul there. No call, nothing going.
Big man in the middle.
Off the travel to the Washington-Marion ball.
He had the big man flashing in the paint. If he just looks up, gives one pass, he had an open layup there. But he wanted to go in for that dunk. Ended up traveling first.
Foul's going to be called on the Wolves here.
Yeah, Beaumont United is definitely getting out rebounded right now by Washington-Marion.
Washington-Marion ball underneath their own basket.
That's a big 3 there. Gives Beaumont United the lead, 23-22. 4:28 to go early in the first half. We knew we was going to be in for a game.
Ticket for Washington-Marion here. As they break this pressure, they're going to have to be patient and get good looks, good shots. The answer right there for 3 to give them back a 2-point lead.
Corner 3. The 3-point shootout here.
Yeah, I believe we're taking downs right now. Substitution in for Washington-Marion. Quick 3 put up. And a quick defensive rebound, but he stepped on the line, so it remained Washington-Marion ball.
They've done a better job the last couple of possessions of rebounding the ball. Beaumont United has.
I still believe the factor for Washington-Marion is to be patient on the offensive end. Wait till you get a good look. You can get good looks. You gotta move the ball.
quick first step there by number 1 for Washington-Marion. Gonna be a full timeout by Beaumont United as Washington-Marion takes a 1-point lead off of that layup, 27-26.
So far, Jeremy, this has been everything the fans was hoping for. Back and forth, slugfest,
Threes. This right here is the reason everybody's in this gym right now.
Yeah.
So, if we get 4 quarters of this, we may be in for our first overtime game of the weekend. And I'm here for it. I got no video tonight.
This is why everybody showed up.
LSU already played, game's over. Just come watch the basketball.
What was the final score of that LSU game?
17-13. Oklahoma finished them off. Now we're waiting to find out who the next head coach is going to be. May find out tonight. It's going to be, I believe it's going to be Beaumont United ball, baseline out of bounds.
Yeah, off the leg from the big man of Washington-Marion. You're going to see how Washington-Marion's going back in a half-court defense.
Washington-Marion's going to win a lot of games this year. You play Washington-Marion in the Louisiana schedule, you're going to get some power points off of that game.
Not sure if this is the case. Looks like Washington-Marion might be in a 2-2-1 half-court trap. They'll trap that corner, try to get that next pass over.
Good job to keep the dribble alive there. If the big man takes one more step to the left of where he thought he was doing, he had an open layup there, but he camped out on that low post and he didn't get off the block.
Give it to Washington-Marion coaching staff to mix it up a little bit. Give them a different look coming out of that timeout. Just enough to disrupt and create a turnover.
There's going to be a foul on number 2. His third foul of the game.
I got a little bailout on that call. Looked like number 2 for Washington-Marion was a bit out of control. They bailed him out with a foul there. Looks like we're going to now have a substitution. And I believe this is going to hurt the Wolves. With number 2 coming out, him being a primary ball handler.
Yeah, I'd imagine number 1 or number 3 is probably going to have to go to the ball handling duties because they send in another big number 4 into the game. Add some size, see if they get some rebounds.
This is both of them there to maintain a 27-26 lead with 2 minutes and 23 seconds left. We'll see how they handle the pressure without their main point guard in the game.
Looks like they went okay now. We got an open 3 in the corner.
Ball moving in all the right places for a 2-point lead.
Nice little mid-range floater there.
The offensive rebound.
Yeah, they just haven't seemed to get big man going there, number 15 for off the United. But if they can ever get him going with the outside shooting they have, it can definitely help out their offensive strategy. They have early substitutions here coming in.
Well, it appears every time he catches it down there, he's surrounded by 2 or 3 Washington-Marion defenders.
Yeah,
all of them with a lot of height.
Yeah, when he catches it, he's got to be aware. He can't bring the ball down because they're sending hands all around him. You catch it out high, you've got to stay high and go right back up with it.
Well, he knocks down there to give his team a 2-point lead.
I didn't notice he was left-handed until he shot the free throw. Beaumont United up 31-29, 1:30 to go here in the second quarter. This first half has brought everything we anticipated.
Number 2 just rolling himself to the rim. Keep this game tied with 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go into the half. Got a mismatch in the paint.
Good shot there by number 1.
48 seconds left. There's a foul call on Beaumont United.
Yo, number 1. Only been 3 fouls called in this second quarter here.
Yeah, both teams are a little ways from the end of the ballings. Washington-Marion hoping one shot. They keep going down to that one play down to number 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if they don't have a better option.
Good move there by number 1. Good drive and finish. This is the traffic of the bigs. Good job by the big man. Rebound, get the finish. Beaumont United goes up forward to half, 37-31. We're going to take a break with them. We'll come back a little early and discuss our potential of the first half.
Alright, we're getting ready for the second half of action between Washington-Marion Indians and your Beaumont United Wolves. It's been a great one so far, back and forth. We close out the second quarter of the first half. Beaumont United went on a little run. They have a 6-point lead, 37-31.
Yeah, we talked about it too right before the half. Both teams are probably going to go on runs, different runs throughout the game. Just figure out who's going to stand the other team's run. So Beaumont United went on a run to end that quarter. Let's see how they come out the second half and they continue to run. Or if Washington-Marion can kind of halt that momentum and go on a little run themselves. But they're down 6 starting the second half. It's going to be Beaumont United ball coming out of the break. So they have a chance to extend their lead. Washington-Marion has a chance to get it.
Washington-Marion has some very good shooting. I believe they did a good ball to their best player in some different spots. Top of the key, on the block, on the short corner, and let him create for his teammates. Let him whip out some good passes, get them some of those open looks that they're looking for.
Yeah, they keep going ISO with number 2 on the low block. It's worked out for the most part, but I think they can get some better options playing him off the ball, slashing and crashing the boards.
Yeah, dive into the basket for those offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
Beaumont United is just keeping that pressure, that relentless pressure going. See if they can wear Washington-Marion down in the second half.
Number 2 was the big key for Beaumont United. He's quick with the ball, good ball handling, good court vision, and got a really quick first step.
It's like they go straight down to the post of the big man.
That's one thing that couldn't get done in the first half is get the big man going. Instantly, the first possession right off the bat, go down to the big man, see if they get him going, get him engaged in the game. That could flip his game a little bit.
Instant basket, costly foul right there, and a chance to go up by 9.
Missed the free throw. He went 2 for 2 last time at the line. Missed that one.
Let's see how Washington-Marion answers.
A lot of motion there. Went back to the same thing, posted up number 2. They overload one side of the ball and let number 2 go ISO in the block. Now they put number 15 guard number 2 in the block as opposed to number 1.
Right back down to it. One-on-one with the big guy. You know, I guess one strategy they're trying to impose right here is to get the big guy out of trouble.
Yeah.
That's a great shot, but 2 foul call.
And that's only his first foul of the game, so. We got a lot of referees in the stands right now. A couple of coaches too, I think.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I can understand the complaint on that foul call. That was a little bit of a soft call.
Yeah, agreed.
Especially with a guy fading away from the basket. But he does knock them both down, pulls it back to within 6 points. Right back down to him again. And the instant score.
And left hand shooter there. They posted him up on that left block.
Clear strategy.
On that right hand. Yeah. That looked like a moving screen there at the top of the key. Good ball handling by number 2. He's so quick with the ball. Number 3 extends their lead to 11 now.
A little bit of danger time for Washington-Marion right here. They got to take care of the ball and make sure they get a good shot. I haven't seen the ball touch number one's hands at all on any of these possessions.
Number 2 with the finish in the paint again.
We're back to single digits.
It's going to be a foul on number 2. If he went up with 2 hands straight up, he might have got the block, but he kind of hit him with the body a little bit.
Well, needless to say, a good push after the made basket by Beaumont United to keep the pressure
pushing the pace.
Washington-Marion.
Shooting 2. Number 1 is 11-point lead. A chance to extend it to 13 here. Knocked down the first one. You mentioned already, Washington-Marion is getting in danger zone here. As they're down double digits now. 10-point game. Now 11-point game.
It does complete 2 free throws.
Washington-Marion's going to need to get a bucket here on this possession to see if they give it momentum. But I'm with you, Ryan. I think you got to run your offense through number 1 and see if you can get him going.
Toughness right there. That's going to go the other way. Washington-Marion ball. That was definitely off the foot.
Yeah, that was definitely off the foot.
Washington-Marion can't get a much better look than what they just had. Those have got to be finishes in a tight game like this.
Yeah, if you're going to throw that, you got to throw it over the top, not a line drive pass like that through traffic. Still not getting number 1 involved in the offense there at Washington-Marion. He's basically become a screener at this point off the ball. Washington-Marion's going to call a timeout, see what kind of adjustments they make. I would think trying to get number 1 involved should be one of their adjustments.
Yeah, at least to be able to touch the ball on the offensive end.
Right. Not saying he's got to take all the shots, but he's got to run too. He's got to touch the ball, spread the floor.
I want to say out of 4 or 5 possessions, he's touched it once.
Right.
That's not right. Meanwhile, on the opposite end of the ball, the Wolves from Beaumont United have done an excellent job of finding their big man low on the block, getting him in a great position to score over his right shoulder with his left hand. That's essentially his MO. And they're doing a great job of making that happen.
Yeah, they definitely made a deserted effort here in this third quarter to find the big man and feed him early and get him going. Now they move the big man to the high post.
Again.
Beaumont United has come out this third quarter, and have made a point known they can't guard number 15 right now for Beaumont United. Well, if he's on that left block, he's scoring every time.
If I'm watching there, I'm sitting on that that right shoulder.
You got to make it spin,
and make him go to his right.
You got to make it spin the other way. They're playing him inside too high, and they're giving him that drop step. They've extended the lead to 14 now. It was 6 at halftime. This is one of those runs that we were talking about. Starting to get a little chippy. I think one's starting to get a little frustrated. He's not touching the ball. three here if he makes that.
Good rebound by number 12.
Good defensive pressure there to get back and stop that layup and not give up an easy bucket. Deep three. Beaumont United on breaking this thing wide open. They're up 16 right now.
Washington-Marion doesn't seem to have any answers on the offensive end.
No, and that defensive pressure. That defensive pressure of Beaumont United has gotten to Washington-Marion here in this third quarter.
Double substitutions for both teams. Been a little while since Washington-Marion's seen a bucket.
Number 15's done a really good job here second half, but rebounding a little bit stronger. First half, he wasn't corralling those rebounds. He was losing them every time he got it. And a little bit stronger here in this third quarter. And it's been the difference.
Now we have a matchup change. Number 1 is now guarding him down in the paint. See if he can have a little bit more success. He's got him on that right side this time. Isolation play.
Big man with a putback on the weak side.
Third quarter.
18-point game. Coaching adjustments at halftime has been the difference here so far.
Big three right there.
Yeah, and a foul. Oh,
Stop the bleeding.
I missed it. My bad. I was watching the other side.
Big three by number 0 and the foul. A chance to pull it back to that 14 points.
That's his fourth foul for number 2. That's something to watch here. Is this going to be the shot that puts Washington-Marion on the run that they need to go on?
Well, as a micro goal, I think they need to get it to under 8 points going into the fourth quarter in order to make this a contest. And it's not going to happen. Oh, a big block. Can they come up with it? Yes, they do.
That could have been a momentum swing there as he misses the dunk.
Big finish right there. Big turn of events right there.
Yeah. Go from being 16 down to 12 now off of that missed dunk. That's a big turning point here. Go from a 4-point play to a missed dunk to a layup. And, could be the run that Washington-Marion was looking for to get started. We know they're going to go on another run. Can Beaumont United withstand the run that they go and hold their lead?
12-point game right now. I believe Washington-Marion can move to win 8 or less
By the end of the quarter.
Going into the fourth quarter, I psychologically give yourself a really good chance to get back in this game.
I think if they can get a couple stops back to back, get a couple scores offensively, I think you'll see their energy get back in the game.
Watch out for number 12 for Washington-Marion. If he can get a couple of 3 clean looks at a 3-point shot, he can knock them down at a high clip.
If he gets his feet set. So Washington-Marion's going to come out and press here. Almost threw the ball away.
Nearly a turnover there. But the pressure caused them a little bit of problems there.
Yeah, with number 5 out of the game, number 2 out of the game with 4 fouls, they're going to have to depend on other ball handlers.
That's how you get it back into it. See if they can get a 10-second count. Ball crosses. Corner 3. Up. No good. Big rebound right there. Washington-Marion's going to look to push.
Number 1 loses it. You're Beaumont United here. You want to just settle it down, see if you can get a good shot. Foul on number 12. 2:27 to go. Beaumont United up 53-41.
Team's fourth foul.
Very important 2.5 minutes here for Washington-Marion.
Next foul on Washington-Marion will put Beaumont United on the line the rest of the way. One handle on the point guard duties with 3 sitting on the bench, or 2 sitting on the bench, I should say.
Number 1 had a good ending to the first half.
Getting into the body of 12, good block. Out pass, double dribble.
Oh! Good defense there by number 30 to get back. Referee missed the double dribble.
That would have been a big three right there.
Oh, loose ball foul.
Next foul, both teams will be in the bonus. Got a substitution. Beaumont United.
So there's another big substitution. Number 1 coming out of the game. He turned his ankle there.
Hopefully Washington-Marion will make the lead.
Number 2 for 3.
Got some pressure here. Yep, there's going to be pressure in the full court.
9-point game now.
Ball bobbled, almost turned over on the reverse pass. No rebound there by Washington-Marion. You got to come up with those. Big block right there by Pop.
This is the run we were talking about. Washington-Marion needs to go on.
And there's number 12.
That's the 3 now. Number 12.
No foul. No foul here. Don't want to put him on the line. Another big rebound right here.
They're going to 15. Inside.
A minute 15 seconds. There's number 12 again. Oh! But a good offensive rebound by 2.
1 minute to go. Got people standing up all over the gym. That is not the shot you want if you're Washington-Marion, coach. Number 2, number 1 come back in the game.
So number 2 stays on the bench, but 1's back in the game. But he's not handling the ball, it looks like.
No, number 1's off the floor. He's not on the floor. He didn't bring him in.
Gotcha.
6-point game here. They were up 14 a while ago. Washington-Marion is on an 8-0 run now.
Oh, close to a travel there. Center court. Big man's begging for the ball down there. Thinking he has the mismatch. That's why he wants the ball. Because he can score a wheel.
55-47, 8-point game. Good defense there. Number 2's not trying to force it a little bit too much with 2 people on him.
Yeah, he kind of gets a one-track mind, doesn't see the rest of the floor, see who's open.
Yeah, when he drives into the paint, number 1 should flash to the corner, that's a kickback for a 3, and he's a good 3-point shooter. Good defense there. 10 seconds to go. 8-point game.
Good baseline drive. They close it away.
They block it. Good job by number 1 to get back, stop that fast break. But they end the quarter on a big run by Washington-Marion. But they didn't cut into the deficit. Beaumont United extended their lead by 2. Extended it to 8. We got 8 minutes to decide this game. So at the end of the half, Beaumont United went on their run. continue the start of the third quarter. Into the third quarter, Washington-Marion will start their run. The difference here is, are they going to be able to continue that run into the fourth, or can Beaumont United get things back, settle down, and start feeding the big man again?
Well, what we talked about was Washington-Marion getting down to an 8-point deficit. They've done that. They've done a good job of doing that.
At 8, they got to 8.
So now they're going to get possession of the ball going into the fourth quarter. When they draw something to get a good look at a three, or good look at the basket, such a deficit to a manageable margin right here.
Right.
And then they come up with game down the stretch. This could be a real exciting finish.
I know it's early in the fourth, it's first possession, but I feel like if you're Washington-Marion, this is a huge possession. If you can get a score here, got into that, set up your press, and ramp up that energy again at the end of it.
I'd love to see them get number 12, a good look at to start the fourth quarter.
But number 1's back in the game for Beaumont United. Number 5 is staying on the bench for now. He's got 4 fouls. They're going to try to save him as long as they can. Number 1 in the first half was going about 15 whenever he wanted to. Good contest. Big shot there we talked about to start the quarter. The ball went to number 1. Number 2's on the bench. All right, so they're clearing out the paint. They're trying to go 15, one-on-one down there. Number 1's doing a good job of fronting. That's a good job on the defensive end right there by Washington-Marion. Yeah, they threw that pass a little too long.
Let's see if Washington-Marion can be patient and get a good look to cut this lead. Good job throwing it down.
Oh, good job help there by number 3.
I believe if you're number 1, you got to turn over your shoulder and put that shot up. Don't put it on the floor down there. Second chance.
It's going to be a foul on number 12, I believe. Yep. On the reach. And that's going to bring number 2 back into the game for Washington-Marion. $55-50, 5-point ball game. It's been a game of runs here. See if they can go back to 15. The adjustment Washington-Marion made is they put number 1 guarding 15 in the paint.
Got to come up with those long rebounds.
They're not afraid to keep shooting those threes in the corner. They got to continue to go to 15 to hold this lead.
All right, ball's in your guard's hands right here. Let's see if we can get a good look at the basket.
Going back to number 2 in the ISO there.
Good pass. And finish.
Hey, number 2 did a good job passing it off that time. Not forcing the shot through the double team. They got an easy layup.
Equally a good finish by number 21 in there with those Giants. Big block right there by number 1.
Yeah, number 15's got to go stronger with the ball right there.
Ball's advanced. Good three. 21 again with another great rebound and finish.
1-point ball game.
1-point ball game.
Here comes number 2 off the bench.
5 minutes, 48 seconds left.
This is the one we were talking about. Washington-Marion need to go home.
Timeout, Beaumont United, full timeout.
They were down 14, and they brought it all the way back to 1, but the difference is Beaumont United has quit going inside of number 15 and changed this whole game.
Well, I was just going to ask you, what 2 things as the Beaumont United coach can you tell your team coming out of this timeout?
Well, you got to feed number 15. He dominated the whole third quarter. They went away from that when number 2 came out of the game, running the point, and they started shooting the corner threes that are not falling, and they're not getting the long rebound. Washington-Marion is getting the long rebounds, running out, getting into the paint. Washington-Marion is not shooting outside shots. They're going inside. And right now, the inside game is what's determining the winner of this game.
Yeah, I think if you're Washington-Marion, You tell your guys, stay in attack mode, but be patient. Be patient. We're good enough. We can get the looks we want and just shoot them with confidence and knock them down. I believe that's going to be a huge key for them on that. And then on this end, they put up several offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
Go ahead and secure the defensive rebound and then push it down the floor and wait until you get a good look.
Yeah, I imagine if you're Washington-Marion's coach, one thing you probably should have told your players, number 2's coming back into the game. He's got 4 fouls. I'd like to see Washington-Marion go at him, see if they can get him out of the game. He's been the game changer for Beaumont United.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When he's out of the floor is whenever Washington-Marion went on their run.
I'd send double teams at him to see if he can get him to turn the ball over.
Offensively, you're going to have to drive out him, see if you can get his 5th foul. He was holding on to his arm. He still got the rebound on that one.
I'm not sure there wasn't a foul on 15 before that. Before that play, he kind of shoved 21 out of the way.
Well, 21 was holding on to his off arm. That's why he only rebounded with one hand. He did fling his hand after that.
Good defense down there on the block. He's spending a lot of time in that paint right there. That's a lot of time in there. There you go. Send him out high. That plays into Washington-Marion's advantage. Good defense.
That's going to be his 5th foul. There was no need to reach on that.
Well, that's a crucial foul for Beaumont United.
Yep. He's out of the game now.
That puts him on the bench. And it gives number 1 sole ball handling responsibilities from here on out.
Yep. And he tweaked his ankle earlier in the 3rd too, so that's going to be something to play with. I'd imagine number 3 is probably going to help him bring the ball up if he gets in a little bit of trouble.
I'm Washington-Marion here. I put my best on-ball defender on him, full court the rest of this game. Wear him out.
Number 12 back in the game, 3-point shooter.
Great job by 21, though. He is down the stretch of this game. He has made some very key contributions.
That's a big turnaround jumper there.
Got the matchup on the inside between the two dudes. Got a little high-low action going on. High ball screen. He jumps the screen. Everybody back.
Be a foul on number 21, Washington-Marion.
With 4:35 left in this game.
Number 2 has to come out for some reason.
56-55 lead.
They got to get 15 back on that left block. That's where he's been dominant in this 3rd quarter.
Great on-ball defense. That should be a 5 count. That should be a 5 count for sure.
Big run, Washington-Marion's on at the end of there he is, Brett. You can't stop him on that left block. They just quit going to him.
Got to play around in front of him. You can't let him catch down there. Timeout, Washington-Marion. 2-point game. 3:37 remaining. Okay, so Jeremy, you're Washington-Marion. Defensive end, number 15. You cannot allow him to catch down there.
You got to send the bubble down.
In front. If they try to lob over the top, you send that help in there and you take that thing away.
Yeah, number one's tall enough, they can jump high enough to front him. Then weak side help. You can't let him keep posting up on the low block. He's going to score every time.
He gets a bounce pass from there, drops down, that's a layup every time. He's strong enough, he gets up high enough with that left hand.
The difference in this game is late in the third quarter, early here in the fourth, they went away from beating him in the post, and they let momentum switch. Washington-Marion was able to go on their run because of that, but they weren't hitting their threes, and they kept shooting them. They went away from the bread and butter. They got them a 14-point lead. They got real greedy.
Then Washington-Marion, you make somebody else beat you. Somebody else has to beat you.
And when number 2 fouled out, the main point guard, the ball handler, he just pressure everybody else, make them give it up. Ball's going to be tied out of bounds here, Washington-Marion's ball.
It's going to be the second team foul on the Wolves right there. Good job by the refs, keeping it clean. Good hollow action. That should be a buck. Oh, leave it short. And the Wolves come away with that off that.
Push the pace here if you're Beaumont United. They lost it on the way up, but still able to get it to go. We're in a tie game now with 3 minutes to go. Who has the energy in the last 3 minutes?
Tough runner right there.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what you wanted as you watch the Marion. You tie game, you want to run something offensive set, get it into your best player's hand.
Game tied at 59, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Let's go back down to the big. Let's go back down to him again.
Big man going to the free throw line with a chance to give Beaumont United the lead back. They're tied 59-59 with 2:32 to go.
Jeremy, I'd be interested to see. I'm going to check on this next possession. How long has he been in the paint? Now they're posting up. They can't let him camp out there.
Well, on a shot attempt, it starts over. But I do believe he's been there more than 3 seconds before the shot attempt.
I think so too.
But on a shot attempt, it does start over. I know it seems like he's in there for a long time when the shot goes up, but once the shot's released, the count starts over.
I'd like to see a little inside-outside game from Washington-Marion.
Knock down both free throws, 61-59. I want to say this might have been a rematch from last year's Bayou Border Battle. I know Beaumont United was here. I don't remember who they played. I think that number 1 run the point and him distribute. So we're back tied, 61 apiece.
Let's count it out with the big man in the paint.
That's a big finish by number 1. Great finish. 63-61, 1:45 to go here in this fourth quarter. If Beaumont United, you want to be patient with the ball. No, shoot a 3 here. Keep going inside where your bread and butter is. Too hard. Off the floater. 64, 65, 61. 1:20 to go. Washington-Marion down 4 with possession.
Big three there. That's a big three by number 1 Washington-Marion. Gets it to within 1. Minute 9 to go. One thing to remember, Washington-Marion has 1 foul left, and they're going to put Beaumont United into the bonus. Beaumont United has 2 more fouls to give before they put Washington-Marion into the bonus. So that's something to think about with a minute left in a 1-point ball game. But number 1 and number 15 has been the bread and butter of this Beaumont United game here from the 3rd quarter on. You got to think they're going to continue to feed that. If you watch the Marion, you're going to have to send the double to 15 or in 1. Make somebody else beat you. Going to be Beaumont United ball, baseline out of bounds. Washington-Marion's coming out in the full court press. Number 41, this is what I got earlier. Put 2-1 on the line. With less than a minute remaining. If I was Beaumont United there, I would have pulled that back out. Ran some clock, make them have to foul you. See if I can beat 15. Big free throws coming up here. Yeah, big free throws. Short on the first one. Loud game right now, Ryan. As they say, anything but shit right here. Coach called timeout. Good timeout there because number 1 stepped out of bounds when he got the ball. Wow, Swanee Waters made such excellent plays down the stretch of this game. It's too bad that he missed those free throws. Two big free throws right there. 65-64. Less than a minute left now in the game. Right now, if you're Beaumont United, the number 1 key is get the ball inbounded. Number 2, get it across half court and find number 15 or make Washington-Marion foul you. You're going to have to make free throws from here on out. They're probably going to start fouling. Have to. Yeah. Under a minute left. Stretch this game out as long as you can. Yeah, you got to see who can win the free throw battle. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Ryan, everybody that paid a ticket to get in this gym to watch this game has earned every penny that they paid. These 2 teams that put on a show and made it worth it for everybody. Absolutely. Absolutely in the house. We've seen seesaw, lead changes. We've seen a big lead by Beaumont United at one point. I wanted to see Washington make a run and call back into it. It's been very much worth it. There's the foul. Big kick foul right there, number 1, going to the line. That was a good inbound play there because they knew number 1 for Washington-Marion can't leave 15 in the backcourt. So if you send him to the back corner opposite of the ball, he can't help unless 15 is going to crash get over layup. So now it's going to be a free throw battle. Well, Washington-Marion is going to have to extend this game as long as they can. They don't have to necessarily go for threes. Just get quick twos or good looks at threes. Yeah, they can extend this game.
Push the floor up. Push the ball up the floor quick. 3-point game right now. I think this pressure is just so they can't roll the ball up the floor. Timeout, Washington-Marion. 38 seconds left. 3-point ball game. Beaumont United is up 67-64. Both teams have done a really good job of just standing along from the other. Now it's the problem. I'd imagine if you watch the Marion, you're probably going to try to draw up, see if you can get a three by number one. If not, if they close out, get a backdoor cut, see if you get an easy layup. But I think at this point, you got to run your offense through number one. Let him make the decision. Take the three or pass it off to the OB guys. If number 12's on the floor, and I'm on my United, I'm face guarding 12, I'm not letting him take the ball in the corner or the wing. And he's out on the floor right now, so if you're Beaumont United, you got to know what number 12 is at all times. A layup does not lose you the game if you can't give up a three and you can't give up an and-one.
Washington-Marion, you just need a quick score, one way or the other. Quick score.
You got the score here.
Stop that clock. Stay in the game.
You're okay if you let them throw it in the backcourt.
The 21 in the deep corner over there.
Yeah, that's the one they're willing to live with. Let him score. Let him shoot. He's going to do that fadeaway. They call it a legal three to the top of the key. That's a big call right there. Now number 4 is going to have to knock down free throws. Still plenty of time in this game.
That's a tough call on that moving screen right there.
Yeah, I didn't see exactly what happened at the top of the key. I was watching the ball on the inbound.
All I know is number 12 knocked it down. I would have tied the ball game up.
Oh, he did hit that three?
He knocked it down.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
There you go. Dry your hands up. Feeling that pressure.
This is big free throws right here. It's the difference in a one possession ball game or a 2 possession. Beaumont United doing the same as they did the first time. They don't send anybody into the paint.
All right, a big miss right there. Yeah, you Washington-Marion, you got to go down within about 5 seconds.
You got to make
it a quick two.
Washington-Marion's out of timeout. Both teams are out of timeout. So neither team can stop the ball.
Push that ball.
30 seconds to go.
They're going to put still.
Trying to get 12. Good job on number 30 to play that out. I don't know how that wasn't a kickball.
I don't know why we're going for a 3-point in that situation. You don't have to have one.
The Beaumont United faithful standing up behind the bench. I think in that situation, you're Washington-Marion. If you're going to take a three, you probably want it by number 12.
I say get to the rim, make it a 1-point game, foul them.
Yeah. Make it a free throw game. Big free throw here. This can make it a 2 possession and possibly seal the win. Number number 1 has played huge here in the second half. Number 2 went out the game, foul trouble, fouled out. Number 1 took over ball handling responsibilities. That's the ball game. Beaumont United 69. Washington-Marion 64. What a good game for these two teams, Ryan. Thank y'all for coming out. We got one more game left to do.